The calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
On the double.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Lawrence on 3rd down. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick 6, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one, because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown, and your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now this defense for the Jags, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2?
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Jadeveon Clowney. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his target, Allen. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
Here we go on 4th down. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. On 1st down, they'll run with Roundtree. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Second down, Roundtree again. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Larry Roundtree, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chargers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
On second down, Etienne once more. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Jaguars at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be second and a couple.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On second down, a run with Etienne. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Fourth down. Here's Lawrence. Over the middle to Beckham. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. They go play action now. Lawrence. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
But they're certainly not giving much hope to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. There he goes, right side. The 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Charger TD. And Charles, it's now a 2-touchdown lead in the opening quarter. Following that pick-6, they are off to a fast start in this one.
And absolutely ecstatic on the sideline after that play, aren't they? Not just because they've got the lead, but how about seeing one of their guys get a chance to take it into the 6? Already up a pair of touchdowns.
Justin Hopkins to kick off for the Chargers.
Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Herbert. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And the 2nd wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. On is the Chargers punter now.
Back deep, Nyheim Hines.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Lawrence finding Kirk there for the Jaguar first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise, and start to put together some drives.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Here's Hines. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. 1 yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Lawrence. And now a fumble. The ball's out and picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Herbert's throw complete here to Kmet.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now on 2nd and 13.
Herbert.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. It's the correct call. As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Hopkins' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Herbert back to the air. And this one complete to Reed. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's got Allen.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield who can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On 2nd and 7, Herbert. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jags are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 21. Lawrence will throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. On the counter, Etienne. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On play action, Lawrence. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. And give him a gain of 37. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Lawrence. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers will take over here just shy of the 30. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Out of the gun, Herbert. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Herbert off of play action. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Josh Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. And he'll be kicking into the wind in the fourth quarter now. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Chargers are going to... possession of the football.
They'll take over first down 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Running game working, they'll stick. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Roundtree fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Cole Kmet, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. And they're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Hard to believe this guy was watching us from his living room last week. Now he's under center here for an NFL team.
And not many teams were in the market to sign him, but you have to believe that this team felt like we saw something previously in this guy, and now he has a chance to prove it with us.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. To throw, Mariota. Open man right side is Ingram. And some room to roam now. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the fourth quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. They'll start on the ground here with Roundtree. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. And they'll keep leaning on the running. And he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the lead now down to 20. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
113 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Right back to him on first down.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Straight ahead, here's Roundtree.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down.
Brought down at the 20.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
So this one's over. It's in the win column.